Imagine a fearless cop, a man who's been out there busting his chops to clean up the streets, suddenly finds himself in the crosshairs, not from criminals, but from the very system he's fighting for. That's right. We're talking about Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, the KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner, who's dropped a bombshell so massive it's shaken the foundations of the South African Police Service SAPS. This isn't just another news headline, this is a saga of bravery, betrayal, and a nation teetering on the edge of outrage. So, stick with me, because you're going to want to hear every single word of this. And trust me, you'll be fuming by the end. Let's set the scene. On Sunday, July 6, 2025, Mkhwanazi, flanked by his deputies and tactical teams at KZN Police Headquarters in Durban, stepped up to the mic and let rip. This wasn't some dry press conference about routine arrests. No, this was a full-on exposé, a grenade lobbed straight at the heart of corruption within the SAPS and the ANC government. Mkhwanazi accused Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, Deputy National Commissioner Shadrack Sibiya, and a shady businessman named Vusimuzi, Kat Matlala, of being tangled up in a criminal syndicate that's been sabotaging investigations into political killings. He didn't just throw shade. He brought receipts, like WhatsApp messages and financial transactions showing how Matlala, whose 360 million rand SAPS contract got canned, was allegedly bankrolling political activities to shield a powerful crime network. So, what happens if something bad goes down with Mkhwanazi? Let's not sugarcoat it. South Africans are already gat-full with the ANC's endless corruption scandals, and this could be the spark that sets the whole country alight. Social media's been buzzing with support for Mkhwanazi. One ex-post from Stamba on June 29, 2025 called him a highly trained and disciplined cop who could slash crime stats if given the top job. Another from Joy Zelda back in August 2024 was pushing for a petition to make him police minister, saying he's been working tirelessly to clean KZN. Even Dudu Zuma Sambudla, Jacob Zuma's daughter, jumped in on July 9, 2025, vowing to take action if anything happens to him, though some folks pointed out the irony since her dad fired Mkhwanazi as National Commissioner back in 2012. The point is, the public's got his back. If Mkhwanazi gets sacked, or God forbid something worse, you can bet your last rand there'll be massive protests in the streets, hashtags trending like wildfire, and a whole lot of angry South Africans demanding heads roll. The economic freedom fighters have already called the ANC a mafia state, and the South African Council of Churches is praising Mkhwanazi's bravery while slamming the government for undermining the fight against crime. The Democratic Alliance, DA, isn't sitting quiet either. They're filing criminal charges against Mchunu at Cape Town Central Police Station on July 10, 2025. That's how serious this is. But let's take a step back and talk about why Mkhwanazi's a legend in the first place. This isn't some desk jockey stirring the pot for clout. The man's got a track record that'd make any cop proud. He's been slogging away in KZN, one of the most violent provinces in Mzansi, where crime stats are through the roof. Think 12,000 contact crimes in second quarter 2024 alone, according to SAPS reports. His task team was nailing political killers, drug lords and corrupt cops left, right and center. He's got the qualifications to back it up too. Decades in the force, a stint as National Commissioner, and a reputation for being a straight shooter. This is a bloke who's not afraid to take on the big dogs, even when it means painting a target on his back. And that's what makes this so maddening. Here's a guy doing his job, doing it bloody well, and now he's got to watch his back because he dared to call out the rot in the system. What's got me proper cheesed off is how the ANC's handling this. President Cyril Ramaphosa's out there calling it a national security concern and promising action, but where's the urgency? The Federation of Unions of South Africa, FEDUSA, and the South African Communist Party are screaming for an independent, Commission of Inquiry and the Inkatha Freedom Party IFP wants Mchunu on special leave until this mess is sorted. Meanwhile, ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula's defending Mkhwanazi's combat mode press conference outfit, saying it shows he's serious about fighting crime. We're talking about a man exposing a criminal syndicate, and you're banging on about his wardrobe? It's like the ANC's more worried about optics than actually rooting out corruption. And don't get me started on Mkhunu's review of that dodgy 360 million rands tender. He claims he sniffed out the problem and cancelled it, but Mkhwanazi's got evidence suggesting otherwise. Phone records, mate, not just hot air. Here's a question for you, South Africa. How much longer are we going to let this carry on? How many more whistleblowers like Mkhwanazi have to put their lives on the line before we say enough is enough? The ANC's been running this country into the ground for years, with crime stats climbing faster than Table Mountain. In 2024, South Africa clocked 45,000 murders, a rate of 75 per 100,000 people, one of the highest in the world. Corruption so baked into the system it's practically a national sport, and when someone like Mkhwanazi stands up, risks everything to expose it, what do? We clap, we tweet, we post memes, but is that enough? I'm telling you it's not. We need to be louder, angrier, and more demanding. This isn't just about one cop. It's about the soul of South Africa. Stick with me here, because this next bit's going to hit you in the gut. Mkhwanazi's not just fighting for his job or his life. He's fighting for every South African who's sick of living in fear. Every family who's lost someone to a political hit. Every community terrorized by drug cartels. Every cop trying to do their job while the higher-ups play dirty. The South African Human Rights Commission is demanding a presidential inquiry, and the African Transformation Movement, ATM, has already lodged a complaint with the Public Protector. Even KZN Premier Tammy Ntuli's backing Mkhwanazi, saying these allegations are too serious to ignore. But if something happens to this man, whether it's a dodgy dismissal or, heaven forbid, something worse, the reaction won't just be hashtags and headlines, it'll be a reckoning. South Africans are fed up, and the streets could erupt. We've seen it before. Service delivery protests, fees must fall, Zuma must go, the July 2021 unrest. This could be bigger, because this isn't just about politics, it's about survival. So, what's the play here, South Africa? Are we going to let Mkhwanazi stand alone, or are we going to rally behind him? I'm not saying grab a pitchfork and storm Luthuli House, but we've got to make noise. Share his story, demand answers, and hold the ANC's feet to the fire. The man's out here doing God's work, and we can't let him become another statistic. Speaking of statistics, let's not forget SAPS's own 2024-25 crime report shows a 2.1% increase in murder rates, with KZN and Gauteng leading the pack. Mkhwanazi's task team was making a dent in that, and now it's been kneecapped. Coincidence? I think not. Right, let's wrap this up with a bang. South Africa, we're at a crossroads. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi's shown us what courage looks like, and it's time we showed some too. If you're as livid as I am about this, here's what you can do. Join my channel membership to keep this conversation going. Let's build a community that won't shut up about corruption. Drop a super thanks if you can. Every bit helps keep the lights on. And don't skip the ads. Let them play for at least 30 seconds. Because that's how we fund this fight. Most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Like this video, share it with every mate you've got, and drop a comment below. Tell me, what do you think will happen if Mkhwanazi's taken out? Are we ready to stand up for him? It costs you nothing to click those buttons, so do it now. Seriously, right now. Let's make sure Mkhwanazi's not fighting alone, and let's show the ANC we're done with their nonsense. South Africa deserves better, and it starts with us.